Hello, this is our dining room, and it's all right. But we want to make it better.
So we decided to build a Nook. And after some Pinterest doom scrolling, we found this. A place to sit? Check. More storage? Check. We drew up a quick plan and set an optimistic budget of $500.
So we gotta go get some stuff.
And by stuff, we mean wood. Lots of wood. And where else to get wood than one of the best places to overspend? Menards.
Our Nook plans consist of 3 pieces. The bench that's going to serve as a nice little place to sit, and a chest for storing some stuff. Then the 2 side cabinets that are going to reach all the way up to the ceiling with room for decor up top, and the cabinets at the bottom to store some more stuff.
We picked up some 8-foot boards for the sides of the cabinets, popple boards for the faces and doors, plywood for the bench, 2x4s for framing, paint, primer, nails, trim screws, some other small things, and we ended up spending... Meeting our $500 budget was already looking pretty unlikely, but we stuffed our car full of wood, and got everything home. Time to take everything that we bought and not mess it up, which should be interesting because we don't have a table saw, so...
We started with the cabinet sides to get things rolling. The boards were already the perfect size, so all we had to do was cut the toe kick out at the bottom.
Now that the side boards are cut, we got the face boards. This is all gonna make a frame for the face.
The face of the cabinets are made up of smaller popple boards. Here's Jake explaining in greater detail.
So we have the side pieces and the frame for the front. 2 little pieces, top and bottom, big piece, middle. Gonna glue it, screw it together. Yep. And this is a face.
And this is another face.
Face.
with the face boards done, the only thing left for the cabinets were the shelves, which we sourced via the desk from one of our previous videos because it served its purpose and it was kinda ass.
Fucking elbow.
Now we have an old desk, mine's old desk. We're gonna use the top of it for the shelves. And we're just gonna rip it right on its left.
Oh, we're just gonna zip.
Yep.
Goodbye, guys.
Fucking rest in peace. Stuff away. So now it's time to put everything together that we've worked on so far. Talking to you.
It was time to assemble the cabinets. The sides were glued, nailed, and screwed to the top, middle, and bottom shelves. Then the face gets plopped on top with the same glue nail combo, and the cabinets are finished. Don't forget to do that twice though.
It's time to build the chest. It's time to build the chest.
Oh, we got it all. Not even gonna lie, we freestyled this bench. The front, top, and sides were all set dimensions so they fit perfectly between the two cabinets, but the inside, supports, and framing were all figured out as we went, which presents the perfect opportunity to point out that this is not a tutorial. We're just trying to serve up a little inspiration. Yippee, yippee, ki-yay.
Day 3, hoping to finish up all the building today. We got the bench right here. And then we got our cabinets over there if you want to just turn your head. Can't turn your head because you're a camera.
They're right there.
We cut our popple boards to make the two cabinet doors. They were small enough so we only had to buy one board. Epic.
You fucking lighting something? Stop! Stop it! What?
The bench, huh?
What'd you say?
Go inside.
Okay.
Go inside. Now that we have the bench here done, cabinets, got the doors, we gotta put this routing pattern on them. On these doors that go to the cabinet doors, the doors for the cabinet go on the outside of the bench chest, which gets attached to the wall, which is attached to the ceiling, which is attached to the...
Okay, that's enough. The routing was tricky since neither of us had a whole lot of experience.
But we just hit the outside edges with a groove, in the middle with that very skillfully illustrated design from earlier, then gave the doors that definitely didn't need a shit ton of wood filler, some wood filler, along with everything else, sanded it up to a 320 grit, cleaned up the garage really quick, and stood back to appreciate our creation. That still needed to be painted. This is gonna be fun.
1 coat of primer, bam! 2 coats of expensive ass paint, bam! Get the area ready for installation by removing the trim, bam!
We are lining this cavity with HVAC tape. So theoretically, this vent back here is gonna blow air up. And this little guy is gonna go right out the little grate right here. And then these guys are gonna compress when we put it down so no air escapes out the side. So this is kind of like a airtight little chamber.
Yep, and then this is just gonna sit right on top of that vent. I'm behind the camera, in case you didn't know.
Installation time! And what better way to find the studs that we're mounting the cabinets to than with Stud Buddy. Cute little guy uses a magnet to find the drywall screws that attach your drywall to the studs. $10 on Amazon or their website. Pretty nice, would recommend. We're not sponsored. Copyright for Stud Buddy 2025.
All use of Study Buddy domain and subject are subject to financial consequences.
Level those cabinets. Oh yeah! Screw those cabinets in. Oh yeah!
Installation was done and went great. Besides the huge ass gap between the wall and the cabinets, crooked walls, crooked wood, I don't know. Nothing a little extra trim all around hurts, except the wallets. Follow that up with quarter round to cover up the gaps and a whole lot of caulk for any additional gaps and nail holes. And then install some doors that just happen to be lying around. Then we were on to the final piece of the project.
All right, so now we're going to build the cushion. On the table here, we have a 4-inch thick piece of foam and some spray adhesive, heavy duty. Satin, it's also called poly wrap. And then the fabric that we're gonna wrap it in. And then the wood is behind us, so let's get to building.
First, we cut the foam to the dimensions of the back cushion with a kitchen knife, because why not? Use the spray adhesive to attach the wood backing, weighted down for about 10 minutes. Sprayed the batten and the other side of the foam to make those two things into one thing, making sure to leave enough overlap for the sides. Nailed it. A lot. Threw all of that onto our fabric and did our best. Wow, that is professional work right there. Then did all of that over again for the piece that is going to be our seat. And this is where we noticed something. A little oopsie. That was actually a big oopsie. Huge oopsie even. The bench depth was the same as our kitchen chairs, which were comfortable, but we somehow forgot to include the thickness of the back cushion when planning the seat cushion, which directly matches the depth of the entire chest. There was not enough room for the fannies. We were devastated, on the verge of crashing out. Was this fixable? Were we completely cooked? Was the entire thing trapped? We literally just switched the cushions, and it fixed everything. This is it. All done.
All done, and very sturdy.
Very sturdy.
Now Jake's gonna jump behind the camera and you guys are gonna come closer.
You can move now.
Okay. As you've seen, we built 2 floor-to-ceiling cabinets. Each one has 2 shelves, a plug, come a little closer, built-in plug, 2 outlets, USB, and a USB-C. Pretty dope. And then in here, wow, more shelves, more storage. Exactly what we needed to BH. Nice and sturdy, made out of my old desktop. Recycled materials, love to see it. And then, yeah, black handles, black hinges, pretty cool. Over here, same exact thing. Now the bench. In our initial design, these cushions were flipped So this guy was the base and then this guy was the back. But as you guys seen, there was not enough booty space. So we just flipped them. This guy lifts up and there's more storage in here. It doesn't stay up though because we decided to take the pistons off that we purchased. So it would stay up, but they're kind of a pain in the butt to install. So, and then to close it, you just plop it back down. Pretty sick. And then, can you come a little closer? Look at this, look at the material. It's nice. It is, I don't know what this pattern's called, but it's like, I don't know, it's just nice.
A lot of stuff didn't come out perfect, but...
No, but we figured it out.
Sometimes you just gotta use a little common sense. Use your brain. Think a little bit.
And slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down, yeah. The total price was this.
Probably not gonna thumbs that up because we spent way more than we expected to.
Total price was this.
Probably thumbs down.
Yeah, thumbs down. But, I mean, isn't she pretty? Oh, we almost forgot. The vent.
Oh yeah.
You just wanna come down here with me? We installed a vent down here because the bench is over our existing vent, but yeah. Just keep your toes nice and toasty.
Hopefully you learned something or enjoyed watching it, the process of building it. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
See you next time.
Bye. Bam! 2 coats of expensive ass paint. Bam!